John Fredericks Radio Network, Truck the Truth across America. I am your Godzilla of the truth, your oracle of the deplorables. Our Open America Road Tour continuing. Thank you very much with us. We're live today in Monmouth County in Spring Lake, New Jersey. We were Cape May Wednesday and Thursday. There, I couldn't get any of the politicians to come on. They all canceled and bailed. They're afraid of the governor. Not here in Monmouth County. We've got them all out. Joining the fray, Assemblyman Ned Thompson, Assemblyman Gerry Schaffenberger was on with us earlier. Toughest name, but now I've said it 5 times flawlessly. Unbelievable. Also with us is Mike Jensen, Realtor, local in town. John Bezerram, who owns a cafe in Point Pleasant, New Jersey, business owner. He is with us also. Freeholder Tommy Arnone has joined us. Tommy, thanks for being with us. Of course, Toni Angelini, our host here at Starlight Cleaners. And did I leave anybody out? Okay, don't forget Bob Fahey, who is becoming a regular. Bob, you're becoming like you're going to be my co-host.
I'm going with you to New York City. That's right.
I'll take you to New York with me Monday, and you can just travel with me. You don't have anything else to do because
that's right.
You don't run a business.
That's right.
You're shut down by the governor.
Plenty of time on my hands.
Let me just start. This is unbelievable. The CDC guidelines just came out. The WHO guidelines, right? The WHO guidance just came out 15 minutes ago, right? Healthy people should wear masks only when taking care of coronavirus patients. Now, I'm an anti-masker. I refuse to wear one only when I'm made to, and I've given you all the reasons why. And now the WHO comes out, the World Health Organization, and says that I'm right. Meantime, in Virginia, Governor Ralph Northam today makes masks mandatory for everybody when leaving their home. Unbelievable. Nothing is based on science. Nothing is based on data. All they do is lie to you because their objective is to control you and see how far you're going to submit so they can do a mail-in ballot and get rid of Trump. That's what this whole thing's about. And that's what we keep hearing over and over and over. We're going to start with Mike Jensen, Realtor here in the Spring Lake area. Mike, I had a chance to meet you last night. You were pretty fired up about your governor, what he's doing, the decline in your civil rights. You were kind of upset yesterday. Did you get up today? Do you feel better about the whole thing?
Thanks, John. Nice meeting you last night. This is obviously very ridiculous what's going on here. Our rights are being trampled on. It is very political. It's disgusting how political it is. Mm-hmm. I am from New York, so we got Cuomo, we got De Blasio, and we got Murphy, and it's they're all in cahoots, and I believe it's only about getting rid of Trump.
I agree
really
with
do.
you.
It's so bad now. It's it's disgusting. So anyway, my business in terms of the real estate down here, I don't know if you want to go that way. What do you want to stay on top of? Want to start bashing him? So.
Yeah. Well, just what's ever on your mind.
Well, so I'm encouraged in terms of what's going on down here residentially. I sell commercial real estate down here for many, many years.
Right.
And we were dead up until about 2.5 weeks ago. The phone started ringing. The people are tired of it. Now they're going to go out and see some space. Doing it carefully, I guess. So we've had an uptick on the commercial side of things, and I've talked to a lot of friends of mine who are residential realtors down here that things are doing pretty well. Mm-hmm. There's not a lot of inventory. The interest rates are very low, mm-hmm. So things are good in that state. Obviously, I have a lot of friends at a bar and restaurant owners, and they're devastated. This is the big, and the retailers in Manasquan. How can you go to a Walmart and Home Depot and Costco and shop right, and you're shoulder to shoulder to everybody, and you can't go down to Main Street, Manasquan, into a local shopping, buy a book or buy a cup of. It's out of control. It's really we're done with it here. I'm done with it. So that's my take on things.
Let's get to another business owner that just came in. John Bezerram, you own a cafe in Point Pleasant. What's the deal?
Point Pleasant Beach, yeah.
Point Pleasant Beach.
Yeah.
What's the deal?
So obviously we were closed for a few weeks until I made an executive decision to just open up.
Just open.
I just opened up and I said we're doing takeout, and I kind of used my own common sense, and I let a few people in at a time. Takeout, many people would call in, everybody wearing their masks, but since, I guess 2 weeks ago, things started loosening up a little bit within people, not within our government. And people come in with their masks or their shirt over their face, and I said, it's okay, you can put it down if you want. They put it down. Obviously,
Right.
I'm still wearing my mask.
Right.
Making food, or have my employees making food. And that's it. We're devastated. It's knocked us out, but we're still in the game.
You get the freeholder, Tommy Arnone, local freeholder here. Tommy, you're as close to local government as you're going to get, 3-4 levels down from your dictatorial governor. What are your constituents saying? Are they pissed off at this whole thing? And what are you able, locally, what are you guys able to do?
So we're a little bit fortunate and unique here in Monmouth County. Probably, I have to say, and no disrespect to the other 20 counties that are here in the state of New Jersey, is that we are really hands-on with our businesses and our mayors. And we have a proven track record to show that. In a case like this, now we have taken it head on. We hold advertised press conferences once a week. We've been very, very, very big part of all the stages that have opened, from the parks, from the beaches, from the graduations, now the small businesses. I meet with every chamber every Tuesday. We meet with every chamber in Monmouth County, and obviously on a conference call, and we put a plan together. But the problem here is, as everybody really focused on the dangerous situation when this first came out. And obviously everybody was scared. Obviously there was no crystal ball, so everybody was just winging different decisions there. But at the end of the day, okay, now we're running into another dangerous situation. Okay,
Which is?
People's lives. Their lives now to be able to survive. And we need to not just talk about when it's going to happen. We have to give people, businesses ASAP, right now, the guidelines, the tools,
Right.
and the knowledge of how to open. And listen, if it's going to change, if those guidelines are going to change, it's going to be out of control of the businesses or the local mayors. They need to know right now what those guidelines are. And if we in government have to expand, and I talk about the footprint of maybe on county roads, expanding dining outside there, whatever those tools they need right now through this temporary period of time, they do. And I will tell you, yesterday I had a press conference, and I was very loud and vocal on the part of put this in the county's hands. We've been successful, and we know our people, we know our mayors, we know our businesses. Put it in our hands, okay? If you want to be the watchdog and watch over us, that's fine, okay? But every county's different, and obviously I worry about Monmouth, and Monmouth first and foremost. But I know that if it's put in our hands, and we're able to work and navigate with the different groups, whether it's the gyms, whether it's the arts, because let me tell you, there's a lot of businesses that just started out.
Right.
And, and theater companies, like we have the Asbury Park Theater Company, they're a new business. They didn't qualify for any money.
Tommy, I'm sorry, let me ask you this. So Governor Murphy, he's from Monmouth County, right?
Yes, he is.
Is he going to carry Monmouth County? Like, I cannot understand, how can this state reelect him again in 2021 after he's destroyed millions of people's lives, businesses, livelihoods? If you listen to Catherine Hermes, who was on just before you got on, I mean, they shut down a video conference she was doing at 8 o'clock. What does that have to do with the virus?
Wow.
Now we can get viruses, what, over the video screen?
So that's funny, because when you talk about that, we're fortunate here in Monmouth County, because we're about as red as you could possibly get here. All our freeholders are Republican. It's been that way, and I truly feel that's part of our success here. And of course our great legislators here, and I know we're going to be talking to Ned right after this. But with that being said, we've proven conservative, business-minding, and plans.
Well,
And everything, and that's what our success is.
unbelievable. It's just, to me, the fact that you guys are going through this with this governor. I want to get to Assemblyman Ned Thompson. Listening to Catherine Hermes, and I'm just shocked when I saw the video. I couldn't believe it. People just come in and shut her down. Now they're coming to her home, harassing her. She just is bankrupting her company over it. How do you react to that, Ned? When you heard that as an assemblyman in this area, how does that make you feel?
It's deplorable, to use the term. Obviously, it was a power play by the officer. I don't believe it, and all officers are like that. This was clearly a grudge match between her and that officer, and he played the authority card. The executive orders don't say what he was implying that they said, and this is a complaint we've taken to the governor's office on several occasions. With even down to the Bayhead bunny. I mean that's how bad it gets. And Tommy wasn't here, but we were talking about they turned in a Bayhead bunny on and they were doing curbside of Bayhead Yacht Club, and they had a bunny out there just saying hi to the kids, and they called the cops on them.
They arrested the bunny.
They arrested the bunny. So I mean, but that's the type of thing.
I mean, when you're arresting the bunny rabbit, I mean, how can you get any lower than that?
It's insane. We've taken these complaints to the governor. I was on a conference call with him back on Wednesday, I believe, and we brought up these things directly to the governor. He kind of tap dances around it, saying, well, we're working on it. I don't know who this we is, and the things that are above his pay grade. As far as I can tell, this is his pay grade, and we have to get the state moving again. Hopefully we'll have some guidance on phase 2 either today or by Monday, which will give us other tools that we can work with. And Tommy and the Freeholder have been doing a fabulous job keeping the county connected, getting everybody working together, and trying to keep everybody as up to date as they possibly can. I mean, the biggest thing is information now. Because if you have the information, just like that business owner in Burnsville, she knew that she had her rights. She knew to take on the cop. And just congratulations for her success outside that, but we can't have this anymore.
When you say phase 2, is phase 2 different in every state, or is it the same?
No, actually, yes, it's different in every state as far as our phase 2 is concerned, because the phase 2 that's dictated by CDC and from the federal end looks nothing like the phase 2 that we have in New Jersey.
That's the point that I was making. And so when you say phase 2, people listening to me, not New Jersey, think, oh, you're going to be able to open up restaurants, 50% occupancy, 6 feet apart, no masks. No, but what you're saying is your phase 2 is you can go to the bathroom.
Basically, and wash your hands.
Yeah.
Twice.
Right.
So, no, he's making and cherry picking winners and losers right now. That's the problem. Everybody should have the same rights. You can't tell me that I can buy jeans at Costco, but I can't go to Bill's work clothes. You can't tell me that all the small businesses down on Manasquan Main Street should be open right now.
Right.
So we're adults.
So
we can do this.
Ned, what percentage of small business owners do you think voted for Murphy? 5%?
Maybe.
Right.
Maybe.
So if you're Murphy, if you're any of these Democrats, they want to assassinate small businesses, which make up Trump's base, right? I was chairman of the state in Virginia in 2016. I was a national delegate 2 times from in Virginia. Trump probably got 97% of small business owners, right? That's his base. They give him money. They make phone calls for him. That's his base. And the Democrats are set out, you say picking winners and losers, to basically assassinate small businesses and just get rid of them. And if you think that's not true, why would they be trying to shut down Catherine Hermes, who's doing a video, Ned? Why?
It's insane. Actually, the violation of her civil rights in that action that policeman took, going into her home, telling her that she cannot have a video conference or sell things from her home, is absolutely insane. What authority did he have even to enter the home in the first place? I mean, the violation of her civil rights is beyond rational thought, clearly.
All right. You wanted to weigh in.
Yeah, I just don't
John
understand.
Bezerram.
Yes. I just don't understand why the governor, through selective quarantine, and this should have been done back in April.
Right.
We obviously have a segment of the population that gets affected by this virus.
Right.
And overly protect them. Triple.
Right.
Fourfold. Let's protect
Just like
them.
they did in Florida.
And let everybody
That's what they did in
else
Florida.
exactly let everybody else get back to normal. And you mentioned the science. They're not really they're using science, but they're not looking at the real data. They're looking at fake data, and they're coming up with these rules and regulations that are not helping us out.
John, can I weigh in 1 second?
Yes.
I'd like to just
Bob Fahey.
thank these 2 gentlemen here, Mr. Arnone and Mr. Thompson,
Yeah, they
for
got balls.
supporting us as a small business owner.
Damn right.
In Monmouth County, obviously we need it more than ever right now. So we definitely appreciate you guys. Mr. Thompson had a stat that said 1 of 4 small businesses, will not open after this. I have 3. That puts me in a pretty tough probability. I also have 3 children. at home, Connor, Emerson, and Luke, who better be doing their homework with mommy right now. But that's, I've got a lot to worry about if I can't open soon. Small businesses make up, I believe, over 60% of the United States economy. There's no reason why we shouldn't be highly supported at this moment.
And here in Monmouth County, I touch on that a little because we really promote the small business and take nothing away from the large chains and the box stores, but 90% of our businesses here in Monmouth County are under 100 employees and less. So we consider that a small business. And one of the topics that was brought up before, which is kind of somewhat comical, is I was running down the boardwalk last week in Belmar, and I was passing the group of stores there where there was a Dunkin' Donuts and they sell some summer outerwear, and I'm looking there and I'm like, so these people can't go buy a pair of sandals here now inside there, but then they could drive all the way up to Walmart, where it's packed, and they're in a line outside there to buy a pair of sandals. So you took that revenue for a short period of time because the Walmart's open 12 months out of the year. That summer establishment is only open for 3 months where they can make any revenue there. We just have to sit down. I mean, it's a bit of common sense here. It's literally a bit of common sense. And once you put it down and think of common sense, I think we're going to prevail. But I will tell you, Monmouth County, and again, like Ned said, I thank you for those comments there. We're going to.
Well, you guys got some spunk here and some spirit. And I've called the Cape May people out to politicians for 2 days. I was there for 2 days. I know they're getting devastated. I couldn't get, except for the mayor, I couldn't get a single elected official on. Everyone that promised me to come on when I came there bailed. Every single one. Couldn't get one of them, including their state senator, bailed on me 2 straight days, including Van Drew, who I set up for him. But you guys are on the front lines here, and I mean, you give everybody hope. Everybody that's listening to us in America today is like, okay, these guys are Monmouth County, New Jersey. They're standing up to this guy. And so you give everybody hope. I want to get to the phone lines. Grace Hanlon is with us. Grace, you're live with our panel, Bob Fahey, Mike Jensen. Is that right?
Yep.
Assemblyman Ned Thompson, business owner John Bezerram, and freeholder Tommy Arnone. And,
Hi, everybody.
Grace, thanks for being with us.
My
How are
pleasure.
you?
My pleasure.
And Grace is the former director of tourism for New Jersey. What is this doing to the tourism industry, Grace?
It's killing them. They are just devastated. I was the director of tourism for the state during Superstorm Sandy. So I know what it's like to walk into a restaurant that is crushed with 10 feet of sand in it. This is worse in many ways. The restaurant and the small businesses are just devastated by this. And, I'd like to thank all the legislators on the phone. Tom and I are personal friends. They are fighting hard for us because, the front office just isn't listening. There's some really good plans that are put in front of them. And I'm getting calls from people that are, run huge hotels that are very big in hospitality, who are Democrats, who are saying how obnoxious the front office has become, that they're rude, they're becoming entitled. And my friend Toni, do you have a little post-traumatic stress syndrome going on right now? With the front office not listening to the, to the concerns of the people. It's a big deal.
When you say front office, Grace, who is that?
Well, it's
Define
you would say it's his inner circle, it's the staff, it's the people that's keeping important information from the governor without naming specific names. The concerns
so
that
basically
he's
the
suffered.
governor's staff, the governor's frontline staff is who you're referring to.
Yes, they're not listening. And that
So
doesn't help
what-
us, and it doesn't
what-
help the governor, and it's a big problem.
Okay, so
That's what I'm hearing on the streets.
They're not responsive. I had one person tell me in Cape May that Governor Murphy had set up a conference call with, it was like 250 gym owners in New Jersey after this whole thing happened with a guy that now his business is shut down. So they all get on the phone at 7 p.m. one night, and he doesn't even show up, and his chief of staff basically blows him off. I mean, is that kind of what you're referring to,
Yes,
Grace?
rude. Yes.
The gym owner that tried to open in New Jersey, the cops went, they didn't do anything. Then Murphy finds some kind of a loophole in your state constitution where he can seize a business. So he seized the business, shut off his water, shut off his electricity, padlocked his door, changed the locks, threw him out, and now he's claiming bankruptcy. Mike Jensen, what country are we in? They can now come in, Murphy can now come in and just seize your business?
It's out of control. It really is. It has to stop. And I think there's got to be some type of revolt going on. I mean, there's times where everybody down here, again, we're talking about, we call this place the bubble because it doesn't get affected as much as a lot of parts of New Jersey does because there's a lot of wealth down here and a lot of Republicans. But it's bad. It's bad. We talked to all these local businesses, and again, getting back to Bob and the restaurant and the bar business is devastated. You know, there's I don't know how many of them are going to be able to come back, no matter how much PPP money they get. It's
Right.
and you know, look at all the bartenders and the waitresses and the people that work on tips. You know, it's bad.
It's a domino effect.
It's really bad, Tom. Exactly.
All right, I'm going to give Tommy Arnone the final word for this segment. Tommy, I know you're basically ground central here of this fight in Monmouth County. What if constituents were listening to you right now, anybody in America, what would be your advice?
So
What's the hope
and,
here?
And you just made that point. We are on the ground, and we do know our base. Put it in our base. Put it in our base. And I am confident with the people we surround, and that includes the business owners of every field, whether it's hair salons, gyms, bars, restaurants, hotels. Put it in our hands, okay? And let us gather those people together and listen, the last thing they want to do is open up and then close. That would be devastating to them. So they're going to make sure they put a good plan together, plan that's going to work, plan that's going to obviously make people feel comfortable and make it to where they can work profitability-wise. But some rules are going to have to be changed in Trenton. And that includes, and real quickly, I have to touch it because it's going to be something that's going to really have to be addressed, and that's the ABC. The ABC is going to have to jump in and assist these BYOBs, and assist them, because if you're going to put it at a 50% capacity or occupancy, I should say, 50% is not going to work on a BYOB if you don't have alcohol to, offset some of that price. So ABC is going to have to come in on a short term, give them some sort of concession, and let me tell you, they did it during Sandy, okay, with the seasonal license, and it only affected Monmouth County. It was statewide. It was a statewide legislation, but the 4 establishments were in Monmouth County that it affected. So it can be done. It's just creativity. Let's get to work and get it done and get these places open.
Tommy, how many freeholders are there in Monmouth County?
There's 5 of us.
What is the makeup?
We're all-
GOP to Dem?
We're all Republican.
All Republican. I would think all you guys are going to get
We got a great board.
reelected
We got a
whenever
great
that is. John Fredericks Radio Network. We're live at the Starlight Cleaners. We're in Spring Lake, New Jersey. Our panel will continue when we get back. Stay with us.